Taking a moment to breathe in. When you're taking in deep breaths, you take in with a count of 4, you hold it a count of 4, and then you release it with a count of 4, and you wait a count of 4. And you can repeat that until you feel settled and satisfied. So with that said, we are guided to inform you that you can be self-assured that we can only tell you what is shown or what is felt. Of course, sometimes it can be easy to also know something from what is seen, and sometimes it could be misleading if a misleading perspective or perception is applied just by seeing, and that is why most of the time you're urged to be really mindful of what you say or think. And accordingly also ask for guidance each and every time you feel at crossroads or you need to make a decision that you are not so sure about. Why? Because whatever you say or think in the energy world, it just might predict what is to come. Or rather, not even predict, it is like energy flow will go according to what is said and thought. And then to balance that, the energies work to make what has been said or thought to come into fruition. Whether negative or positive does not matter, but what matters is that the result of where the fruition is to settle also depends on whether it is meant to be there or not. And there is a high chance that what you say or think of will be manifested. So as you realize, we are talking about manifestation of things, events, whatever you wish or desire for. And that is how manifestation is so simple as well as at the same time dangerous. Because we have to be mindful of our thoughts and what we say. Because if you overthink and exaggerate in what you say and think, especially when you are thinking of something that is not of alignment or rather negative or unwanted desire, there is more chance that you could put yourself at a big risk of manifesting that. Because all your focus would be there when it comes to extreme say or thought. Thinking or saying negative things is easy compared to thinking and saying positive things. Because the effect of believing and getting emotional over negative things is easier than when it comes to positive things. And that is how some people get to have their way sometimes. That intense focus is what brings up the manifestation, but as usual, everything has to be balanced. Even if it manifests, it has to be balanced. It's like repeatedly chanting a mantra that you wish to come true. The danger is if it is not justified and it is a desire for someone else, that which you desire will come back to you if it is not meant for the other person. And that's where the balancing is. Nature balances everything. God created everything in a balanced way. Duality. Why? Even in duality there is balance. I mean, why does it come back to you if it's not justified for the other person? Why? It's because God has put out justice and people get what they deserve accordingly to whether they are wrong or innocent. If you're innocent, in which case innocent people don't wish awful things for others. If there is any wishing bad for you out of ego or because of misunderstanding, it will go back to the person who is wishing it. If you are innocent, and of course nothing will happen to any innocent person if they are not guilty. And if they are cruel and unjustified, they will get the feedback. And you can guess what that feedback is, the result. Whatever the bad thing they wished for, it will go back to them. Everything in life has justice behind it and balanced, and every being gets what is meant for them depending on their deeds and intentions. That is why sometimes, for example, you might be wishing for something, but if that thing is not good for you and you don't deserve anything bad, it is elevated away from you so that space is created for a better thing. But if you insist on it and get it, you are sure to suffer to learn the lesson of understanding the wisdom of God for not giving it right away. Because there are times you can go to great lengths to try and get things that you happen to achieve with a lot of effort and struggle, and then later on suffer after getting it. And the suffering stops only when you come to yourself and it is released. That effort and struggle was actually a way God was trying to show you that you needed to release it, but because you had a delusional thought of your own, in which which had cropped out of manipulation or projection from someone else. You were being manipulated by some other people's opinions. You thought it was worth it. You get what we are trying to say? Because sometimes we tend not to trust God's wisdom and our intuition, even when we see the signs and think we know better, only to get heavy lessons which we could have avoided earlier on. And then when the worst happens, sometimes we have no other person other than ourselves to blame for the worst results. We chose that which we had been warned of, but we were too big-headed to accept the understanding that it was not meant for us or for our own good. And this mostly happens when you say yes to almost everything, that just because you want to be accepted or are afraid of being rejected, thinking that you might lose so much, when the actual truth is that you would gain more by releasing that which does not serve your well-being. And this is what is meant to be done for this year. The feminine figures, they are embracing their gifts and releasing what does not serve them. The masculine are working on themselves, leveling up and closing off what does not serve them, and together they get to the same levels after intense work on themselves, both masculine and feminine. And you could also take it as the masculine and feminine within you, and balancing out the energies to get to have and use the given blessings in the right way. The truth is, blessings are already existing. It is only that when it is not in alignment with you, that is why it seems like it has not arrived. So by working on yourself, you could jump timelines and get to alignment and bring the blessing sooner than you thought. You can be sure that it would really surprise you, because when you are working on personal development, you are focused on present, in where you feel and see yourself as how you wish to feel. So you end up not resisting anything, and the flow of energy to hasten and bring balance to create alignment is faster than you can imagine. The whole secret lies in no resistance attitude that brings you what you wish or need, because you're working. And that's a confirmation. You're working in line with the same energy for aligning. I hope that's understandable. The way of life is simple as long as you follow the rules, and all the manifestations and good tidings happen when there is no resistance and balance working together with God's justice. You can get confirmation of your endeavors by different ways shown to you, but you need to intensely work on yourself to bring that blissful manifestation to align with you for you to use it. And I hope that helps someone understand that it takes two ways to get something to balance out, and it needs authentication and sincerity to make it last for long. So till next time, may you make mindful choice of words and thoughts that are in alignment with what God created to bring you all that which you desire in the way of God, in the way of God's balanced justice. Amen. So take care, have a great day, and God bless.